Is short-lived for us, in for about a day and a half. Now we have westerly winds kicking in. That's starting to bring in some drier air. But here's a look at our latest future track computer model. As we roll the model here, you'll notice out here in Culberson County, right on the county line here, Hudspeth County, Culberson County, might see an isolated thunderstorm, but then it quickly moves off towards the east, replaced by dry air. So you like it dry and hot, you're going to like the upcoming weekend. We'll have lots of sunshine throughout the day tomorrow. And once we head into your Sunday as well, and the wind's going to be up a little bit, nothing extreme. I know a lot of you folks maybe have graduation parties going on, what have you, but we're going to be looking at wind speeds low and windy. So I think those gusts will hit about 30 miles an hour. Look at the temperatures. 95 in Deming, 98 here in town, 95 in Las Cruces, Alamogordo, and 93 Clowncroft at a cool 63 degrees out there. Look at the high temperatures across town tomorrow. You folks in Fort Bliss, 99. We have 100. Look at all the triple digits. We'll be right around 100 degrees. Clint also at 100. Montana Vista, you folks out there, hanging on to 98 degrees. And again, the winds low and windy area wide. Doñana County, Vado at 98. La Union at 100. And you folks in La Mesa hitting 98 degrees. Again, the winds for you as well, gusting to about 30. Well, we are tracking our triple digit days, 4 days so far this year out at the El Paso Airport, and 1 day up there in Las Cruces. Here's a look at your forecast overnight tonight. Temperatures down to 68. Sunset time, look at that now, at 8 minutes after 8 o'clock. But the winds will be southwesterly at 5 to 15. 99 tomorrow. Sunrise time straight up at 6 o'clock. Las Cruces for you. Overnight lows at 63. Again, your winds as well, southwesterly at 5 to 15. 96 degrees will be your high temperature, so you're going to be near the triple-digit temperatures. I don't think quite hitting 100. That will have to wait a few days until next week before you see that. All right, watch over the next several days. 99 Sunday. Here we go on Monday at 100 degrees. So Monday, that'll be day number 5 of triple digits, and then Tuesday, day number 6. Wednesday, day number 7 at 102. Then we bring in some moisture again. So Thursday and Friday, about a 10% chance of seeing some rain, Mark.
All right. Thank you very much.